Charles and I set for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as we get a peek some of the stars in today's game. Well, will they be stars? Will you be a star? We'll find out. Let's play. There's Nick Folk ready to put this one in the air. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Play action. Here's Hurts. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Flushed out right. And his throw here's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off.
He's got a man, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big connection on that one, 35 yards. Finding Ertz again. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. 2nd and 1 from the 2.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. LeGarrette Blount there to make the grab. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Peterson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, Herbert eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
3rd down, it's Adrian Peterson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Throw left side, complete. That's Peterson. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Touchdown, Vikings. Ahmad Rashad, 34 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific, because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. Open man is Rashad. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
They accepted the risk, and it was rewarded. What a catch on 4th down to create a first down situation. But one more time, what a catch.
And what a catch. It was close, perilously close to a turnover on downs, but picked up the first.
How about getting his feet down, though? That's footwork.
2nd down, Peterson again. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Peterson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson, 34 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Folk connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball.
Oh, wide open, complete. Breaks through the contact. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, 75 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal.
Adrian Peterson, the 20. Touchdown. Adrian Peterson, 78 yards. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. Now Folk for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Vikings 21, Eagles 14.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust. We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just getting the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there. I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to...
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. This will be caught by Randy Moss. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Herbert now. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Flush to his right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by the safety, Taylor Mays. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. A 10th carry now for Peterson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. Peterson a 1st down and more. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. 84 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just... They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone.
And got his man complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles on one play have taken the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. They'll roll him out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
2nd down and goal. Hurts. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. And the Vikings are right back in this football game. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, Peterson. 108 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide, because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 44-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Another tote for the workhorse here this afternoon, Peterson. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. 2nd down, Peterson again. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled up.
Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I know there's some time on the clock, but I still think you kick the extra point there and don't go for 2 and go for the win in that spot.
Yeah, time or no time, why not just take the 1 and even the score?
And then that way, no matter what, at least you know what you're dealing with now. it's a whole different strategy. You got to decide whether you're going to onside kick or just try and play defense and get the ball back.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. That one looks like he'll throw here. Going underneath to Blount. And Blount loses the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead. And that is a tough pill to swallow. All they had to do, Charles, keep the ball, work this clock.
The only way for the defense to win was to force the fumble. And they did. Took it the other way for a score. And now, if you're the offensive team, it will take a miracle, perhaps, to win this ball game.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Parrott, the return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And some space here. And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there and in the process picks up the first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go. Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
And now the decision is to go for 2. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here. And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big play there for Minnesota. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They give it to Peterson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Herbert. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Down to the final play. That's where we win in this one. A dramatic finish.